So I want to talk about karma, and I'm very spiritual, and so I just wanted to let y'all know how I know karma is real. And a lot of people, if you don't believe in any consequences in your actions, if you don't believe in bad luck and good luck, you're retarded, okay? Because there's a God. God is very real. God watches everything. The universe watches everything. Karma is very fucking real. If you don't believe in karma, you're probably a narcissist, because you think that you can get away with doing bad shit and that shit's not gonna come back on you. So you're a narcissist. People who don't believe in karma are narcissists. Karma is very real. They want to just have an excuse to do bad shit, and they really do. Y'all really think that y'all ancestors are not watching y'all? Do y'all really think that? Like, karma? I'm gonna tell a story on how I know karma is real, and I'm gonna tell y'all some shit that happened to me too, how I got my karma for when I did some shit too. But I'm gonna give an example. So, right, okay, so I'm gonna give y'all an example, bruh. So there was a girl, I'm not gonna say her real name. So there was a girl, right, who I knew. I'm gonna say her name's Tiffany, right? Tiffany, she was kind of like wild, you know. She was just kind of just like fucking trailer trash. Y'all know bitches like that, like just trailer trash and shit. So I was friends with this bitch, right? I noticed that she had another friend, and I'm gonna say her name is Kaylee, right? Kaylee, Kaylee, and they used to hang out, right? Her boyfriend, Tiffany, and Kaylee, they used to all hang out together. We would hang out together, right? And they were best friends. To continue with the story, right? So Tiffany, she was a little sneaky, right? She's a little sneaky. This bitch, I remember when we was all out, so we was all at a hotel, right? This is when I used to be wild, running the streets and shit. I'm high as fuck. I'm drunk. I'm having a good time. We're all having a good time. So we had to, so I laid down right on the bed. I went to fucking sleep. And I went to sleep with, what the fuck her name is? I went to sleep with Kaylee. Kaylee's boyfriend was still up smoking a blunt, and Tiffany, she was up too, but I was asleep. But me and Kaylee were both asleep, right? So I woke up like in the middle of the night, and I was still acting like I was asleep, right? Tell me fucking why. They went outside to go smoke a blunt together, right? And they was fine. Okay, so when I heard that shit, I was in shock. So I just went to bed, right? In the morning. We woke up in the morning. I act like I didn't hear shit. Like, you feel me? He tried to, like, got back in the bed with the girl Kaylee, what I was sleeping with or whatever. He was like they really tried to act like, you know, like shit did not happen, right? So I woke up in the morning in the hotel. I was debating. I'm like, I was like, damn, should I tell her or should I not? But I was like, you know, fuck that. I'm not that type of bitch. Like, I'm not, I don't want no fucking bad karma. So after we left the hotel and shit, I was like, hey, Kaylee, like, you need to come back to my house. Like, come back to the house with me. I got, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got some shit to tell you. We can smoke a blunt or whatever. So we get back to the house, bruh. I told her, I'm like, yo, Tiffany, she was fucking your boyfriend. She was fucking your... Bruh, oh my God. I can't... That's so wild. But that bitch, she got her karma bad. That's why I don't do that to other females. I'm not doing that shit to other females. Like, if a nigga tell me that he's fucking for female, sometimes a bitch really don't know because niggas be lying, but I would never do that to another female. You're gonna get mad karma. You're gonna get mad karma for that shit. And the grass will never be greener on the other side. Like, it never is. The grass will never be greener on the other side. But y'all want me to tell y'all how I got my karma, though? How I got karma? Bruh, I was homeless before. I got my karma bad as fuck, too. I used to kind of be, like, very evil. Like, I'm going to tell you how I used to be. Like, when I was a teenager, when I was going through a real bad fucking heartbreak, when I was about, like, 17, 16, I was, like, 16, 17, bruh, I'm even gonna lie to y'all. Like, I was, like, a devil worshiper. I was a devil worshiper. All right. So I used to be a devil worshiper. I'm not gonna lie. I repented for that shit. I paid my dues. I got my karma for that shit. But when I was super, super fucking depressed, bro, like self-harming myself and shit, getting like banker acted, I was not trying to hear none of that shit, bro. Like anybody that was trying to like fuck with me, like I ain't even gonna lie, like I was on some crazy shit. Like I was not trying to hear that shit. I was really super aggressive. And if you would do me dirty, I would put a hex on you. Like I'm telling y'all, I used to be a witch. Like I used to be a witch, and I used to do dark magic. I used to practice black magic. I swear to God, I used to do dark magic. I put so much dark magic on my first love, on my ex, right? Like I literally ruined his life. Like I'm over my first love now, but when I was not over that nigga, like I used to be on some demonic shit. Like I'm telling y'all, like I used to do bad black magic, like really bad. Like I was so serious about my craft and shit. I was not playing. I had Santa Morte oil, and if y'all know who Santa Morte oil is, he's the saint of death, right? So I was doing death spells. I was doing death spells and shit like that at 16 years old, bruh. I was a young witch, and I was good at it too. And my shit would have worked too. I would fuck up people's lives bad. Like I did so much black magic on that nigga. Like I'd be checking up on him time to time because I know that shit worked. Like his life ain't been the same since I fucked up his life. I got my karma for that. I went to go dig up graveyard dirt, did a spell with that. I went homeless. But yeah, I was not playing. And if y'all ever come across like my old Instagrams, like you could see the darkness in my eyes. You could see the dark, like that type of vibe I was going for. Like I was like goth, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I used to listen to my XXXTentacion. Like I was not giving a fuck, bro. But yeah, I did all that black magic. Did a lot of, and I was not even doing no type of protection spell neither. Like all my witches, you know, I used to be a witch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit, that witchcraft shit is true. And let me tell y'all what else was my motherfucking karma. My ex. Well, not this last nigga that I was fucking with. In a way, he was my karma. He played my ass bad as fuck. He played the fuck out of me. Like I'm telling you, I got my karma. I done paid all my karmic debt for that shit. All right, this the last video, y'all. This is the last one I'm gonna do for a while. But I just like to talk about karma and how that shit is real, because I got my karma for a lot of shit that I did. I went homeless. Like God humbled my ass really quick. Like when me and my old best friend, bruh, I had her do the ritual with me. We went to go dig up graveyard dirt. And if you are a witch or spiritual, you know that graveyard dirt is the most dangerous ingredient that you can use in a spell to hex and curse somebody. So I did that shit, and me and her, we went homeless shortly after that shit. Like, we got our karma so fucking bad for that. And my karma wasn't done yet, because it was like, let me introduce you to this one nigga. And I met this nigga online. This last nigga that I was dealing with, who used to stalk me real bad. Yeah, but all this shit's going on TikTok though. I got so much interesting stories and shit to tell like to tell people. But yeah, like I'm not gonna lie. I know that the last nigga that I was dealing with, I know he was part of my karma too, and I feel like he was a lesson for me as well too. So I had to learn my lesson from. So you know what I'm saying. And when I was with this dude, he was blocking my blessings. And now that I'm not with him, life is getting better for me. So I learned my lesson, right? I was like, I really could have did black magic on him, right? I really could have fucked up his life too, but I didn't. I showed this nigga mercy. I showed him mercy. You know, my relationship with God is stronger. And I prayed and asked him, just help me forgive him. Like, you feel me? Like, I forgive you. I don't want... And also, as coming from a spiritual woman, Also, be careful what you say. Like, be careful what you wish for and shit, because you might actually get that shit. The power of the tongue. Like, people say, like, songs are spells and shit. Like, you can literally watch what you say out your mouth, because that shit can come. I'm telling y'all, that shit happened to me. I literally manifested, the last nigga I was dealing with. Y'all want to know how I manifested him as well, right? Bro, y'all gonna make fun of me, bro. I was like, oh, I think Joe Goldberg from You was so hot. I'm like, I need me a nigga. I would be like, oh, I need me a nigga like that. I need me a nigga, a stalker like that. I used to be like, oh, I want a man to be obsessed with me. I want a man to be obsessed with me. I used to say that. I used to be like, I want a man to beat on me. Like, I used to be fucked up. And that shit came true. The devil came for my ass, y'all. The devil. I'm telling the devil that I don't care what nobody say. That nigga that I was fucking with, that was stalking me real bad, that was the devil. And he don't do this shit no more, because I had to change my number twice. But for real, that now I'm thinking about, I'm like, that nigga was crazy, low key. Be calling me 40 times a day from no caller ID. Calling me for Puerto Rico area. Like, that nigga, it was like this nigga had an unhealthy obsession. He was like just trying to use me. You feel me? Like, it was like this nigga really wanted my soul. It was like this nigga was wanting my soul. And y'all want to know what was crazy too? I would get dreams about this nigga, bruh. And I knew I was right. My intuition was right. He was blocking my intuition. He was blocking when I was around him. That's why I still pray about that situation. Like, that really was a test. This is my testimony, y'all. That's why I'm sharing this shit with y'all. That shit was a test from the devil. That nigga was the devil. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. That nigga was like the devil sent that nigga. The devil sent that nigga to me to test me. I was one of the strongest. I don't even know how I was in that. And it was so scary too, like how I didn't have no car, how I was in that apartment with him and he would be over there every day. And like, I don't know how I survived that shit. I don't know how I don't even know how I wasn't scared to be around that nigga. Like, it was just so unhealthy, bro. Like, I don't even know how I was. I was low-key scared. I was low-key scared. And I'm like kind of still got PTSD. I'm just so glad that my mom let me move back in. For real. It was just disgusting. Now I'm just thinking about that shit. That whole situation was disgusting. And it really was my grandfather, who had recently passed away, that was looking over me during that situation, y'all. I was low-key scared to be in that apartment alone by myself. After that shit went down, found out about that other bitch or whatever, I was scared to be in that apartment, because he had a friend that lived like 4 minutes away from me. And I was paranoid. I was paranoid. I was like, I feel like I'm being watched. I was paranoid as fuck, bro. I'm just so happy I got the fuck out of there, and I'm happy that I might be moving to Texas soon. But I'm telling y'all, like, that shit, I was low-key really scared to be in that apartment by myself, bro. I'm telling y'all that I got PTSD. That day when he put his hands on me, it could have got so much worse. This nigga, he probably was about to... Okay, I know that's supposed to be my last video, but one more video, because y'all know I treat my social media like my diary. But now that I'm really sitting back thinking about that shit, it's like, man, that's why I really regret when I used to be a devil worshiper and shit. Because the power of the tongue is so real. I remember I was saying that I want a nigga to beat on me. I want my nigga to be abusive. I want a nigga to be obsessed with me. I was like, oh, the Night Stalker's so hot. Like, I was like fucked up. Like, for real, I was fucked up. I was into some weird ass shit. And tell me fucking why, bro? Did God sent me the devil? This nigga sent me the devil. I don't know what type of nigga that was who I was fucking with. He was, bruh. He was the devil. That nigga was the devil. The devil came for him.